Hi guys, it's Megan Straight. Welcome to my channel. I've decided to start this up because not only do I think it sounds like a super fun idea to be able to talk through everything and keep everyone up to date, but also I've had so many requests from people through my photography page, my vintage clothing shop page that I just started up, and through my main Instagram page. Everyone's been asking me what's going on, how am I doing, just what's going on in my life right now because so much is changing. So for the last term, I've been at Oregon State University. I was born and raised in Bend, Oregon, and I was planning on going out of the state for college, but I ended up staying and moving to Corvallis and coming to school here as a photography major. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold right now, so I'm stuffy. Anyway, so I've been a photography major for the last term, and within the first couple weeks I kind of knew that it wasn't going to be the right path for me, and the right direction and how I wanted to progress my career, given that I've already had a professional business for the last year and a half, but I've been doing photography for 5. So I was struggling with that. I was having a lot of anxiety over do I stay, do I leave, what's my next move, what's the path, and I kind of decided that the best thing for me is to leave school for a little bit. I'm going to, after this term, which ended for me, my last final was today, so woo, done with all my art classes. Anyway, I decided to leave, and then I'm going to be focusing on my photography business, my vintage clothing company, which is Lush Lemon Vintage. If you haven't looked it up, you can go on Instagram and look that up. I'll link it down below. Please go check it out. It's on Etsy as well. Got some really awesome stuff there, guys. Anyway, that was a side note. So I'm focusing on that. I'm going to be getting a full-time job as well, hopefully. I also need to be going to some different kinds of therapy for some health conditions I have going on. So I'm just going to be taking some time, about a year, for myself, just to focus on me and get better and be healthier and help with my anxiety because there's a lot of anxiety that's going on right now. But I know the bigger question for everyone is, how is wedding planning going? How did the whole engagement even happen? What is going on? And so I will put the video right after this of how Joel, my fiance, decided to propose. And so I'll give you a little bit of backstory first, though. He and I have been dating, or we're dating, for a little over a year. We met when I was a creative director at a music production company, and it was a startup, and he was one of the artists that was working with the company to get some recordings done as a side hobby that he something that he's passionate about. He does rapping stuff, which is awesome. It's really cute to hear him going around the apartment and rapping and singing. It's just awesome. Anyway, just a little thing that I love about him. But anyway, so when we first met, it was kind of complicated. I was in a weird position, weird point in my life. He had moved to Bend from Portland area 7 months prior. And so he was pretty new to the area, and I was just trying to get my job done. I was just trying to get my photos of all the headshots done of all the different artists, and just get that all the way. And then I was gonna go on and do the rest of my work. So I decided that, do that. It was that was all. I might see him again, if I were to have a get together for the company or something, because as a creative director I had to get everyone kind of meshing and everything. Anyway, he decided to text me that night, and conversation went from there, and relationships progressed, and over a year later, here we are today. Now we're engaged, and we've been engaged for not that long, honestly. It's been 2 or 3 weeks. It really hasn't been long at all. I feel like it's been forever already because I have really bad anxiety, and so I have had to plan everything out way ahead of time, which sounds ridiculous, but I'm the person that has to get everything done right away, otherwise I freak out. And Joel can testify to that, and my entire family can testify to that. It's ridiculous. So anyway, we've been talking about getting engaged honestly since 2 months after we started dating, which sounds crazy, I know, but it was just a weird thing that clicked for us, and it worked out. Like, we just kind of knew right off the bat that we were going to be together for a long time, which I know is not the case for everyone. I know that seems like a weird, like, love at first sight kind of thing. It totally wasn't love at first sight. For him, it was, like, he'll tell you a whole different story, but for me, I was, like, so out of it. I was like, okay, I'm doing my job, gonna get out of here. Anyway, so we knew we were gonna get engaged. I'd been pestering him about it, pounding him about it. I actually knew that he had the ring, and it's his great-grandma's ring, who recently passed away, and she was one of his favorite people, so it was super meaningful and amazing. But anyway, so I've been, like, pestering about it. Like, I was trying to figure out when he was gonna do it. I was, like, really hoping. I was like, he can't do it when I don't have my hair and makeup done, which sounds so petty, but, like, I was like, as a photographer, I'm like, everything has to be picture perfect. Like, everything has to look great, and I'm so bad at doing that. Like, I'm so bad at, like, keeping up, like, appearance or anything like that. That's just not who I am. So, you know, it's fine. I was just really concerned about it. I was like, I have to look okay. So we were in Portland, and he was, like, I was there for, like, a doctor's appointment, and we had kind of been, like, just spending the day down there. My mom came and saw us for a little bit to come to the doctor's appointment with us, and we went out to lunch with her, doctor's appointment, and then, so I'm trying to, like, remember what all happened. For those of you that know me, you know that I have a little bit of acute memory loss, just due to some mental things and, like, health problems. So bear with me as I try to get through this story. Anyway, so he and I went out to dinner with some friends from, like, when he was younger and still lived in Hillsborough, Portland area. And we went to Ombre Hall, which, for those of you that don't know, it's through McMenamins, and they have, like, a really cute wedding venue there that we wanted to look at and get married at, but that's a whole other video. Anyway, so we decided to go there, and we had dinner at their little restaurant there, and then afterwards we all went for a walk around the, like, grounds, I guess you could say. And Tiffany, who is Joel's friend's girlfriend, she was like, oh, that's, like, a really cute gazebo over there, and looked over at Joel and was just like, and they told me all this afterwards. I didn't pick up on any of this. I knew that the engagement was coming, but I didn't know it was going to be that day, and I was really thrown off that it was, like, happening right then. Anyway, so it was freezing out because it's Portland, and it's, like, coming up towards winter. It's in winter, which I know for some of you, you're gonna be like, oh, it's not cold there at all, but I'm like, it was freezing. Anyway, so we're over there. There's, like, a little fire in the gazebo area. There's, like, little twinkling lights everywhere. It's covered in greenery. It's really pretty. And all of a sudden he's like, well, how's the view? And I'm, like, looking around. I'm like, what, the sign of LA Fitness over there? Like, because you can see over the hedge of, like, Ombre Hall's grounds, like, you can see that there's, like, an LA Fitness next door. And I'm like, it's great. And I turn around, and all of a sudden he's on one knee. And no joke, guys, I was, like, so shocked. I started shaking so hard, and I was, like, immediately hands over my mouth, like, oh my god. And he goes, Margaret Claire Straight, which, side note, no one calls me Margaret. It's my legal name. No one will ever call me Margaret. Like, that's just not a thing. But he wanted to be all formal with it, so he goes, Margaret Claire Straight, will you marry me? And I was just like, I couldn't say anything. I was just like, yes, yes, yes. And it was, like, greatest thing. And like I said, I'll put the video in here after I tell a story. It was really cute. The video is not great quality, and I'm sorry for that. And it's only the second half of the video because our friends didn't get the first half. But that's not on them, because they were in the moment too. So it's fine. Anyway, that was just, like, a great thing. Like, it was just such a special moment, and it was in such a cute place, and it was so romantic. And the one thing I requested of him was, well, I guess there were two things. There was the make sure it's on a day that I actually look okay, that I look decent, and then also make sure there's someone there to video and photograph it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, we're gonna have, like, these really cute photos that are, like, in, like, a really cute video that are, like, what you see on Instagram. So not the case. It was, like, super dark out. We're all, like, just not in, no one was a professional videographer or photographer there, which is fine. It was still perfect. I love the photos in the video. Like, keep them forever, obviously. It was great. Not what I thought it was gonna be, but it was so perfect. It was so perfect. And I feel like I sound really, like, oh, I didn't really like it that much, but that's so not the case. Like, it was the most perfect engagement honestly. It was amazing. The proposal was so cool.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You didn't know, did you?
Gotcha.
Anyway, but I'll go into post-proposal, and like how that all has been going. So we have decided that we definitely want to get married in Oregon. That's 100% set in stone. Like, we're going to do that. We have a couple places that we're looking at. Our favorite right now is called Horning's Hideout, and it's at their Creekside venue. And it's more intimate. We're not going to have a massive wedding. It's going to be like 100, 150 people, which to me sounds really big. To Joel, he was thinking like 200, 250, and I'm like, no. And we can go into budgeting and all the planning and everything on another video. I'll keep you all posted on that still, but I just want to tell you about like what's been going on right now in this one. So we're looking at Horning's Hideout. We're also looking at the Wooden Shoe Farm. Yeah, it's in Woodburn, Oregon, and they have the annual Tulip Festival there every year, and it's gorgeous. It's like your total like multicolored tulips and like your gardens and your like beautiful like gardenias everywhere. It's kind of what you imagine to be like your traditional wedding outdoor setting. Horning's Hideout is much more like outdoorsy, you're in the forest kind of an area, which is more our speed. So we're both hoping for that one. But the Wooden Shoe Farm, like when we first went there, back in April probably, it was like we were like, oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. Like this is a real possibility. Anyway, so we have our venue that we want, and we have our backup venue, where we've talked about how many people we want there. We're trying to figure out our budgeting, because that's a huge deal, and when you're on more of a budget wedding, it's just crazy. And the amount of money that we're saying is a budget wedding is still insane to me. Like, how much money we're going to be spending on it is crazy. But that's a different video. I need to, like, not go into that. Anyway, so engaged life so far has been great. We've picked our top 2 venues. Our colors are going to be black, like cream or white, gold for sure. We definitely want gold as like anywhere we can have it, and then possibly tan as well. And I think we might have like some burlap in some places. We're kind of going for like a vintage rustic boho kind of a mesh of things, because Joel's much more like vintage rustic kind of vibe, and I'm like boho all the way. I'm like, I mean, you can see like all of my little like things up here. I love like macrame. I love all the florals and the plants, and I love like the moodier colors. But anyway, so we're gonna have a whole like mishmash, modge podge of everything, and it's gonna be gorgeous, I promise. But I will definitely keep you updated along the way, because there's gonna be a lot of DIYs. There's gonna be a lot of different tours that we're going on. There's gonna be the wedding dress try-ons, which I'll just tell you all now, my first time trying on dresses is going to be in July, and so I will take you all along on that, and it's gonna be awesome. And right now, from what I can tell you, the date is going to be, drum roll, it's going to be God, I can't remember, August 15th, 2021. So it's coming up. We were gonna do 2022, and then we're like, why are we doing that? It doesn't make sense. Like, we should just, like, we have plenty of time to plan. We have plenty of time. We're gonna be moving soon in August, and I don't know if we're staying in Oregon or not. If we're staying in the US or not, probably in the US. But anyway, we're gonna be going places, guys. We're gonna be moving again, and we're gonna have plenty of time to do all of that. So we're gonna do 2021 if we can, which I'm 99% sure we're going to do 2021, but you know, there's always that what if, but not on the engagement part or like getting married, just like on if the date's gonna work out. But anyway, yeah, so I just want to keep you all posted, and make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and please comment on like other things that you want me to talk about, other things that you want to hear about. I'm planning on having this channel be like engagement and wedding stuff, as well as, you know, my photography business and my vintage business, how I run those, what I do with them, how I do my buying, how I do my shoots, everything like that, as well as lifestyle, so workouts, food, day-to-day stuff. I just kind of want to keep you guys updated on everything, just because, you know, it can get kind of hectic trying to keep everyone up to date on like my entire life and telling a million people the same story. I'm like, you know what, let's just do it all right here, and if I can share with other people and help other people with their journeys on budget weddings or workouts and like health stuff, because those of you who know me know I'm a huge like health nut. Like I am obsessed with living healthy, and I've had such a hard time living here in Corvallis, like trying to figure out how to keep myself healthy and how to like stay fit, and I have not done the greatest job at it. I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely gained a few pounds, but we'll talk about all of that in other videos. So please like and subscribe to this channel. I will link my Instagrams down here. Go check out Lush Lemon Vintage, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!